What's up, folks? Ethan here at Hunt Ford in Franklin, Kentucky, and what we are going to do today is we are going to talk about the Tremor packages from Ford. So we are going to talk about the Ranger Tremor, the F-150 Tremor, and the 250 Tremor, or the Super Duty Tremor. And we're going to talk about the differences between each truck and why we think you should buy each one. So we're going to go through each one in detail, talk about what comes on the Ranger Tremor, the F-150 Tremor, and the 250 Tremor. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the different off-road numbers and just a few things to dive into. And we're going to let you all tell us which one you think would fit your lifestyle better. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so down below. We've got a lot of videos about these F-150 Tremors and these Super Duty Tremors, and if you haven't already seen them, go ahead and check them out on our channel. We do have a lot of exciting videos coming out in the near future, so if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so down below. If you have any questions about any of these trucks, feel free to leave them down in the comments, but other than that, let's go ahead and dive in and talk about each of these trucks. So we are going to start today's video comparison off with our Ranger Tremor. This is the 2021 Ranger Tremor. This is actually an XLT. You can get the Tremor on two different levels. You can get it on an XLT trim level or a Lariat trim level. Specifically, you have to get a 301A or a 501A. So you have to get that mid-level of each trim. This is actually a customer vehicle that bought this vehicle from us earlier on this year. We didn't get a chance to do a walk around of it because they came and got it from us so quickly, but we would like to give a special shout out and a special thank you to our customer for letting us do this video today. All right, so let's talk about the specific off-road numbers for each truck. So this Ranger Tremor is going to have a 30.9 degree approach angle, a 27.1 degree departure angle, and a 24.2 degree breakover angle. And so all of those are going to be super useful to know kind of which points you need to avoid or kind of maneuver around for off-road driving. This truck is going to have a 46.4 to 1 crawl ratio, as well as having 9.7 inches of ground clearance all throughout the bottom of the vehicle, as well as noting that you do have skid plates included in this Tremor package. Now you do have the 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder, and that's going to give you about 270 horsepower and about 310 pound-feet of torque. What that's going to do is that's going to give you up to 7,500 pounds of towing capacity on this truck. And then finally, the starting price for the Ranger is going to give you about a $42,000 sticker. However, this is going to come with a few different things. You are going to get the upgraded wheels and tires. These are going to be the 32-inch General Grabber all-terrains. These are going to be 265 by 70s on the 17-inch Ranger Performance wheels. You are going to get the upgraded running boards, the off-road specific running boards, as well as you are going to get a little bit of an extended lift on this truck. On the inside, you are going to have the improved seats, as well as having the upfitter switches for your auxiliary needs or any different things that you're going to add accessory wise. You do get an upgraded grille here on the front, as well as the tow hooks, and having a little bit better and a little bit more suited performance and aggressive look. Now you are going to get a few different driving features. You're going to get the terrain management system, as well as the trail control, and that's going to act as a sort of cruise control for off-road driving. It's going to give you a little bit better control as you are going downhill especially. So we are going to move on to our F-150 Tremor. So this is a 400A base Tremor. So there are three different levels. There is going to be your base 400A, your mid 401A, and your high 402A. We have already done a walk around of that mid package on our channel. We'll link that down in the description for you all to check it out, so we don't have to go too terribly far in detail today. But it is nice to note that there are your different packages within the Tremor trim level, and so that's what makes the F-150 a little bit different than the Ranger and the Super Duty, is that it is not a package add-on, it is its own off-road specific trim level. Now, just like the Ranger, this F-150 Tremor is going to be limited to a single engine option. This is the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6. This is the standard EcoBoost V6 that is going to be capable of about 400 horsepower and about 500 pound-feet of torque. Now, this is kind of Ford's workhorse engine that's pretty much the best engine in the F-150 lineup, that most people would argue. But this is going to be capable of about 10,900 pounds of towing capacity, which is a little bit less than the towing capacity of the standard F-150 that you can get maxed out. However, that's going to be due to the upgraded suspension and the upgraded kind of leaf springs that are going to make this truck a little bit better off-road. Some of those off-road improvements are going to be on your angles. So for example, your approach angle is going to be 27.1 degrees. Your departure angle is going to be about 21.2 degrees, and your breakover angle is going to be about 21.2 degrees as well. So these are going to be a little bit better than the FX4 numbers that Ford has routinely got on the F-150, and so that's what's going to make this Tremor a little bit more capable than your FX4 package, but it's not quite as capable as that Raptor. But all of this is going to be packaged in a price tag that's going to be about $51,200. It's about $13,000 cheaper than a standard Raptor. So that's going to be a pretty approachable option for a off-road specific half-ton truck here. We did mention the crawl ratio on the Ranger. The crawl ratio here on the F-150 is going to be about 46.4 to 1. You are going to get a few appearance upgrades on this F-150 Tremor. As you can see, you have your accent orange here with your blacked out Ford logo. You are going to get the 33-inch General Grabber all-terrain tires. These are going to be 275 by 70s. These are going to be on the 18-inch matte gray Tremor wheels. And then coming back, you are going to have the Performance off-road running board here from Ford. This is very similar to the one that they have done on the Raptor in the past. It is coated in a nice material that's going to be a little bit better for durability. And then you're going to come back and notice your Tremor badging back here, as well as getting an improved sport exhaust for the engine. Now, without diving too much on what comes on which package, we've already done that in a video that we will link down in the description, so we'll go ahead and let you check that out if you are interested. But this was just a quick look at the F-150, so now let's go ahead and dive on into the Super Duty Tremor. This is an F-250, and like the Ranger, it is going to be available in a few different trims. So you're going to be able to get it on a Lariat, a King Ranch, or a Platinum trim level. Prior to the 2022 model year, due to some concerns, you were able to get the XLT version of this truck, but now with some of the concerns about the commodities and the chip shortage, the XLT was taken off of the availability, and now you can only get it on those 3 trim levels. But with the availability on 3 trim levels versus the Ranger's 2, you are going to have a little bit more flexibility on interior as well as exterior options. Now, one of the biggest differences on the Super Duty Tremor versus the other two, the F-150 and the Ranger, is that you have an engine option. You can either get the 7.3 liter naturally aspirated V8, which is what they call the Godzilla engine, or you can get the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel V8. That's going to be about an $8,000 or $8,500 or so option above that naturally aspirated V8, but you do have the ability to move into that different category. Now, doing so is going to increase your max tow capacity by about 1,200 or so pounds on paper. We have talked about this before in previous videos about how you might be able to extend that, but that's just what Ford is recommending for your vehicle. So here are the numbers for those two engines. The 7.3 liter V8 is going to have about 430 horsepower and about 475 pound-feet of torque. The 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine is going to get you about 475 horsepower and about 1,050 pound-feet of torque. So it is a very powerful diesel engine in these Super Duty Tremors. And another benefit of the Super Duty Tremor is that you're going to be able to have the appearance options that you don't have on the other two trucks. For example, this one has a sport appearance package, but in one of our previous walkarounds, we talked about a Tremor that had the black appearance package. So each one has different add-ons for both, but we do appreciate that this truck and these trucks have a little bit more flexibility and a little bit more customizability over the previous two that we've talked about today. Now, talking about some of the Tremor features a little bit less in detail, you do get your tow hooks. You're going to notice that you do have your 285 by 75 Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires. These are 35-inch tires on 18-inch black spoke wheels. Coming back, you're going to notice you do have these same off-road running boards that are on the F-150 Tremor, and then you do have your Tremor badging here as well. One thing to note about the Super Duty Tremor versus the rest of the Super Duties is that you get a 2-inch lift here in the front, and that's going to do a few things for you. Your ground clearance on these Super Duty Tremors is going to be 10.8 inches, which is a big improvement on the Super Duty. That also is going to equate to your approach angle being about 31.8 degrees. Your departure angle is going to be about 24.1 degrees, and your breakover angle is going to be about 21.7. Those are going to be a lot different from the F250 and 350 single rear wheels that you normally would get. So these are going to be much more improved and much more capable off-road than a regular F250 or 350 with the FX4 package specifically. And we're also going to let you know that the crawl ratio is 53:1 on this F250 Tremor with the 7.3 liter gas V8. So what would the starting cost be for the most off-road capable Super Duty ever made? This is going to start at about $53,400 or so, and that's going to be a base Lariat Super Duty Tremor that is going to be a F250 with the 7.3 liter gas V8. So it's not too terribly bad to think about when it's only about $2,000 more than an F-150. That's just a quick look at the 3 different Tremor options you have on the Ford truck lineup. So you let us know what you think and which one of these 3 trucks is going to fit your lifestyle. Let us know down in the comments below and you tell us. So that's a look at the 3 off-road specific trucks in the Ford lineup. So you tell us which one would you have for your lifestyle and why. And Ford has had a lot of competition in this space in the past, and it's great to see them finally starting to step their game up for the off-road market. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so down below and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos as we post them. If you have any questions or you think that we forgot anything, let us know down in the comments below. We like to dive down there and have a conversation and to see what you all think about these trucks. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It's one of the easiest ways for you to tell us which videos you enjoyed and which ones we need to bring you more of in the future. That's about all I've got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.